Carved my name in the sheriff's door, left blood on every holy floor. The smoke still clings to my leather coat. My sins ride high, my hope rides low. They say a man can change in time, but the gallows swing to a different rhyme. I ain't the hero, never was. I write for pain, not for applause. I'm wanted, dead and unforgiven, a ghost in boots, a soul collision, a rebel scarred in battle, bitten by truths too dark to be rewritten. No redemption, no one listening, just a name, wanted dead and unforgiven. I kissed a widow on the chapel stair, told her love dies just like prayer. The priest once tried to save my soul, but mercy don't stick to men this cold. The lawman's close, I feel his breath, but I'd rather ride than beg for death. So dig my grave in desert dirt, mark it plain, he died and hurt. I'm wanted, dead and unforgiven. No last rites, no safe haven given. My past don't sleep, it just keeps hitting like thunder, cracking through what's written. No peace for men who won't stop sinning, just me, wanted dead and unforgiven. Tell my mama I died on fire, not in chains, not in choir. Tell my shadow not to wait, I'll meet it past the canyon gate. I'm wanted, dead and unforgiven. My boots still march where hell has arisen. No cross, no crown, no linen shroud, just smoke and echo screaming loud. The end ain't clean, but it's still mine, driven by life, wanted dead and unforgiven. Wanted dead and unforgiven. I've walked through towns that don't exist, left names and blood in lovers' fists. Preachers prayed I'd find the light, but darkness fits me just right. They say the earth forgives the dead, but I don't want no peace instead. Let the crows sing, let the ground quake, ain't no heaven left to fake. There's no grave deep enough for my sins, no cross tall enough to begin to weigh the wrong I've carried along through nights too dark for any dawn. Lay me down, but don't pretend there's a grave deep enough for my sin. The shovel breaks, the dirt caves in, the hole won't hold the man I've been. I've shot down angels, burned their wings, buried hope beneath cruel things. So don't you cry and don't you kneel, I left my soul out in the field. If justice comes, let it bite, I'll wear my sins in the devil's light. There's no grave deep enough for my sins, no stone strong enough to begin to mark the shame or scream my name without shaking in the wind. Let the worms wait, let the storm grin, ain't no grave deep enough for my sin.
piece, no verse, no violin. Just a ghost that walks and fire that talks and smoke where peace has never been. So write it loud beneath my skin. Ain't no grave deep enough for my sins.
The sky cracked red over fields I burned. Ashes fall for the sins I earned. Boot prints deep where the devil danced. A cross half split by circumstance. My hands are black, my soul is torn, but I ain't bowed since I was born. So if you're there beyond the smoke, here's a prayer from a man you broke. This is an outlaw's prayer on burning ground, where the fire screams and the winds pound. No church, no choir, just flames and stone. No mercy left, just skin and bone. But I'll speak loud before I drown. An outlaw's prayer on burning ground. I robbed the light and I kissed the dark. I carved my name in heaven's ark. But angels ran when I came near, and devils cheered through every year. Now flames lick up the past I made, but I won't run, I won't be saved. If grace can bloom in desert dust, then hear this prayer through smoke and rust. This is an outlaw's prayer on burning ground, where the law gave up and guilt won't drown. I've got no alibi to bring, just bullet holes and songs I sing. Still I kneel, torn and unbound, an outlaw's prayer on burning ground. I ain't asking for a gate of gold, just a place where a soul grows cold, to rest this heart that couldn't bend, to speak to fire like it's a friend. This is an outlaw's prayer on burning ground. No cross to hold, no saints around, just smoke and blood and wind that howls, and death in boots with final vows. If heaven hears, let it resound. This outlaw's prayer on burning ground. They carved my name in barroom walls and whispered fear and drunken brawl. 1,000 lies, 100 truth, all soaked in flame in shattered youth. I never begged, I never ran, but I ain't proud of who I am. So if you're looking for a tale to end, load your gun and not your friend. 'Cause there's a bullet for a name that can't be cleansed. No saint to cry, no past to mend. The dirt won't wash, the fire won't heal. The blood I spilled is carved in steel. Say my name and feel the weight of a bullet forged too late.
coat, I played the part. A six-gun soul, a butchered heart. No preacher ever knew what to say when the sky stayed black at break of day. The lawman came with righteous steel, but hell rides faster than what's real. You can pray, but prayers won't bend the lead that's shaped to be the end. There's a bullet for a name that can't be cleansed. No time to turn, no road ascends. The sins I bear don't fade or die. They stared back through a smokeless sky. Load your mercy, aim it right, but you won't find peace tonight. Don't write me down in stone or flame. Don't lie and say I ever changed. I'm just a man who didn't break until the earth began to quake. Yeah, there's a bullet for a name that can't be cleansed. No coffin deep, no soul to lend, no rose to bloom, no tear to fall, just silence riding through it all. So say it once, then let it rest with a bullet lodged in a sinner's chest.
I walked through towns with names I burned, left love behind and never turned. My shadow's longer than the day, and angels lost me on the way. They drew the map, I crossed the line, lit a smoke, said hell's just fine. No light above, no voice below, just dust and devils I still know. I'm too far gone for God to follow, too deep in sin, too dry, too hollow. I said my prayers in bars and dust, traded truth for broken trust. If heaven's watching, let it be. I don't need eyes that pity me. The whiskey spoke more clear than grace, and vengeance kissed me face to face. I've buried friends, I've lost my name to silent smoke and dying flame. So if you ride in search of me, you'll find a ghost where man should be. There's no redemption down this track, just ash and boots that won't turn back. I'm too far gone for God to follow, too steep the cliff, too wide the hollow. My soul's a debt that won't be paid by church bells or a shallow grave. Let angels weep and preachers lie. I ain't the type that heaven buys. I ain't asking for a hand, I ain't looking for the promised land. I just want my tale to end where fire knows how to be a friend. road alone, too far gone, and I ain't slowing. If heaven's looking, it ain't showing. His boots kick dust like a war drum's cry, eyes cold blue, neath a burning sky. No flag he flew, no vow he kept, just names he carved and nights he wept. They said he sinned where saints once stood, and bled out wrongs that once were good. Each town behind, a ghost, a grave, each mile ahead, a soul to save. He rode with guilt and gunpowder, storm in his chest, sins getting louder, ash on his coat, fire in his wake, a heart too wild for heaven to take. He never knelt, he never pled, but hell still rides beside his bed. He left a widow in Abilene, a sheriff dead in New Orleans. He meant no harm, but harm found him, like prayers gone dry at the chapel's brim. With every round and broken vow, he burned the man he was somehow. Now wanted posters, fading sun, but guilt don't die and hell don't run. He rode with guilt and gunpowder, thunder in boots, silence turned louder. The cross he bore ain't made of wood, it's forged in blood. Misunderstood, he carved his peace in smoking steel. The grave's the only deal that's real. He ain't a hero, he ain't a fiend, he's just the space where grace has leaned. Between the truth and what folks say, he rides where life forgets to stay. He rode with guilt and gunpowder, no priest, no judge, no final hour, just stars that blink above the scars, and memories locked behind steel bars. The West remembers, tales don't die. He rides alone and never cries. He rode with guilt and gunpowder till the wind forgot his name. He came riding down that canyon road, dust behind like a heavy load. No badge, no flag, no ring to wear, just vengeance braided in his stare. The clock struck 12, the street went still, the air was thick with the urge to kill. He said, you got one chance to walk away, but pride has teeth and mine did stay. Forgiveness died at high noon, under a gunmetal sun, no room for second thoughts or holy grace, just iron fire and a hardened face. No prayers, no tears, no saving tune. Forgiveness died at high noon. once been boys with dreams and flame. Now only one could leave with name. His shadow long, mine drawn in tight. Two broken lives set to ignite. I saw the tremble in his hand. Still we both made our final stand. The church bell cracked, the preacher hid. No angels wept for what we did. Forgiveness died at high noon, buried in smoke and a blood-red tomb. The street ran still, the dust ran deep, and I rode on with none to weep. No glory song, no silver spoon. Forgiveness died at high noon. Now every town looks just the same. A bottle, a scar, a whispered name. I ain't no villain, I ain't no saint. I'm just what mercy said I ain't. Forgiveness died at high noon, with a thunder crack and a ghostly swoon. I wear the guilt like worn-out skin. Can't wash it off, can't let it in. If there's a hell, I'll find it soon, 'cause forgiveness died. Yeah, forgiveness died at high noon. Tolls, 2 men, 1 grave, 1 sin.
I dug 6 graves with a rusted spade, one for each vow I betrayed. Left them all under deadwood skies, with whiskey breath and alibi lies. A preacher told me, turn around, but all I found was hollow ground. I ain't proud, but I won't run. This life don't let you come undone. Blood on my hands, cross on my back. Every step forward just fades to black. I carry my sins like rusted chains, through burning winds and freezing rains. No church, no priest, no holy track, just blood on my hands, cross on my back. I once had love, once held light, but mercy don't ride out at night. She cried when I rode past the gate. Now all I hold is curse and fate. The devil knows me by my name, and still I shoulder all the blame. The stars don't shine for men like me, just shadows where hope used to be. Blood on my hands, cross on my back. Heaven won't open, hell won't crack. I scream my truth into the dust, but silence answers cold and just.
Redemption's gone, ain't coming back. Just blood on my hands, cross on my back. Maybe one day I'll rest beneath a stone with lies carved underneath. But till that breath I'll ride alone with sins that ache down to the bone. Blood on my hands, cross on my back, carved into trails I can't retract. I gave my soul to smoke and steel, and nothing left to break or feel. Don't ask for tears, don't paint me black. Just blood on my hands and a cross on my back. Ain't no savior riding in, just me and what I've always been.
Boots full of miles and bones in my trail, a soul stitched in silence, too ragged to bail. I ain't chased by the law, I'm chased by the past, by shadows and mirrors and footsteps that last. Every town I pass through forgets me quick, but the ghosts I carry, they never quit. I see 'em in smoke, I hear 'em in crows, I bury 'em deep, but everybody knows I'm marked by dust, driven by ghosts. Ain't no peace on the paths I chose. They whisper names I failed to save, rattle like chains from grave to grave. I ride with sins that ain't been paid, through thunder skies and ash-filled days. I'm marked by dust, driven by ghosts. Left a ring in Dallas, a grave in Cheyenne, a prayerless road and a blood-stained hand. I never asked heaven for a second chance, just a wind that don't scream when I glance. My horse knows the trail like it's carved in flame, and every mile burns with a forgotten name. There's no North Star when the sky turns red, only voices that howl inside my head. I'm marked by dust, driven by ghosts, by women I left and words I chose. They follow close, they don't forgive, remind me loud of how I live. There's no salvation in this land, just the grip of guilt on a calloused hand. I'm marked by dust, driven by ghosts. You can ride fast, you can ride far, but you'll never outrun who you are. And when the night calls out your name, you'll answer back with smoke and flame. I'm marked by dust, driven by ghosts. The fire inside don't ever slow. I'll die out there in some dead man's shade, where angels weep and debts get paid. No eulogy, no final boast, just marked by dust, driven by ghosts. Dust in my eyes and ghosts in the wind. Met him at the edge of dusk, where the sky bled out in rust and dust. No handshake, no crooked grin, just a nod and a deal sealed deep within. I didn't ask what I'd become, just pulled the trigger and watched them run. Some say hell waits, some say it hunts, but it just rides with you, blunt and blunt. The devil never asked why, never cared if I lived or died. He just watched as the fire grew, said, boy, I only give what's due. There's no mercy in his eyes, just cold truths and quiet lies. I never cried, I never tried, 'cause the devil never asked why. I wore my sins like a second skin, every scar a sermon inked in sin. Folks would pray when they heard my name. I'd leave towns and smoke and blame, but guilt that ain't what hurts, it's silence stitched beneath the dirt. You'd think he'd laugh or twist the blade, but he just walked beside the grave. The devil never asked why, never told me to justify, didn't judge the lives I stole, didn't flinch when I lost my soul. He don't forgive, he don't forget, he just lights the damn cigarette. And when I breathe, it's brimstone dry, 'cause the devil never asked why. No court, no chains, no trials, breath, just a man who danced too close to death. And when I fell, no angel cried, only the devil watching wide-eyed. The devil never asked why, never blinked when I aimed high. He just smiled when the hammer fell, said, welcome home, this looks like hell. No redemption left to buy, no preacher left to testify. So I burn and ride till the day I die, 'cause the devil never asked why. He never asked. On the floor, another town I don't call home no more. The mirror cracked, it didn't lie. There's fire in my veins and smoke in my sky. The preacher tried, the angels swore, but I'm not knocking on heaven's door. Hell don't hunt what's already theirs. They let me walk, 'cause I don't scare, they don't chase what won't resist, they don't whisper, they coexist. I ride in silence with no prayers, 'cause hell don't hunt what's already there. My sins don't sleep, they just wait in line. each one sharper than the last I find. Crosses and dirt, nails